And I think for this, it would be great to have capone. That's capon. And for the holidays, this is the bird that Italians really love to serve. And I remember my Nonna Galasso and Nonna Saporito using this bird when they wanted to make a broth. This is what you use to make a very flavorful broth. A capon, it's a much meatier bird, and it's very juicy and very tender. So here's mine, and he's a big guy, about 7 pounds. And he's all cleaned and ready to go. And here's what I like to do with this. First, I like to stuff the cavity of the bird with a lemon. This again is an old trick from home, and I just take a skewer and go all the way around the lemon. You see, just like that. This is going to add a lot of flavor. If you didn't have a lemon, you know what? You could also use an orange for this. So all the way around with a skewer, and then, see, you just stuff it right in there. And then what you do is you get a piece of foil. Get a piece of foil, and you crumple it up, and you put it right in the opening. Isn't that clever? You don't have to truss and all of that business. Then you put the two legs together, and you tie them with string. So let me cut off a piece of string. And when this bird was cooked in broth, of course, we always had the broth with cappelletti, which are the little hats, the little pasta hats that were stuffed always with 3 kinds of meat and served in the capon broth. But today this bird is going in the oven. So there is our tie. And now what we want to do is to keep this bird moist, we want to put it first into some foil and parchment paper. Parchment paper is really going to help keep this very juicy. So put the foil down first, then put the parchment paper over. And if you wanted to, you can give that just a little brushing of olive oil. Then, on top of this, you want to put some prosciutto. And here I have, 8 slices or so of prosciutto, and I'm just going to lay that right on the base of the parchment paper. You see how easy this is? This is going to be absolutely wonderful when we eat it. And then I like herbs with this. Here's some rosemary. Put some rosemary over the prosciutto. You can put thyme on. I like fresh thyme. And I like un po' di salvia, sage. That goes on. Then you take the bird. You put it right on top of all of that. And then you can give that a nice brushing of olive oil. You see? Just like that. Then I like to put some herbs on top. So here are the remainder of my herbs. There's sage, there's my thyme. Put a little bit of rosemary on too. You can either keep these in whole sprigs or you can take the needles off. I just think that's going to be absolutely yummy. And then a little bit of salt over the top, a little bit of pepper, and this guy's ready for the oven. While everybody else is busy stuffing a turkey, you will be relaxing because your bird will be cooking in the oven. Then you close up the parchment paper, just like that. Close it up on both sides. See? Then take the foil and bring it up. Encase the whole thing in foil. Then you have your oven on 350 degrees, and depending on the weight of this bird, of course, you want to cook this until you can stick a fork in it and the meat is tender. So in it goes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I've got to get a bigger oven. Either that or I've got to cook a smaller bird, bigger than the oven. So in it goes. Almost needed a crane for that.